I'd like to take you guys through some attacks that I've done in Legend League with the new and improved Super Bowler Smash that I've just recently come up with. If you'd like an in-depth explanation on my thought process, you can find a video in the comments below. I'll just be briefly covering some small things you need to look out for while doing this particular attack, and I'm hoping that bases in Legend League should provide that variety enough to just help you guys understand like this is a very viable attack. So I will admit I'm not going perfect just yet. I'm very close to it. I am still improving upon it on like by myself, but when the time comes when I'm able to do this very consistently, I will definitely have some live attacks to show you guys. And until then, I will just keep practicing in Legend League. So yeah, let's just get into some attacks. First base over here, we've got this boxy style of base with, well, you can see it's like two halves of the base very clearly cut out that offers a lot of damage. As of such, this central area is not too much of damage for us to deal with, but we can still have some tricks to deal with these base styles. So usually when the town hall is really isolated like this and you can get a clean wall break into it, I'm going to probably try to go for the town hall kill straight away. It's a little risky. It seems a little risky, but I've learned that you don't really need to be very shy when it comes to sparing freezes, because what happens is when you have to deal with defenses like the multi infernos or like the town hall or even scatter shots for that matter, your warden ends up taking damage because they're all multi-target damage. Like you can see my warden is taking damage over here, but just because my queen is the one who is primarily taking damage that the healers are attached to, my warden is not going to get topped up at all. So one thing to definitely watch out for, if you're going to go for multi-targeting defenses like that, be careful of your warden's health. Don't get too greedy with the recall spell, and this is actually one of the reasons why I had to recall super early in one of the attacks where I failed today, which I just showed you guys during the intro. But yeah, after having learned that lesson, just spare the freezes for your warden if necessary, get the funnel down, get the value that you're looking for, and then you can just easily push literally like this. You can just push through the core like this. It's an easy funnel point that we made straight into like this bulky side over here, and we'll use our king's earthquake boots to help us on the back side. So I've prioritized using my warden ability first so that my king can gain some distance over here, and then I've gone ahead and used the earthquake boots, and it times up well with my royal champion coming in with the siege barrack troops also roaming around. Literally like a wave like motion, guys. That's all you have to create. Just make sure everybody is moving through the base more or less at the same time. So it's like literally just bowlers, royal champion, siege barracks, and everybody is kind of tanking for each other in a very beautiful manner. So that's all you have to aim for. Even though force starts to die out over here, it seems like it doesn't have enough force, but I've only just popped my royal champion ability, and with the poison spell also intact with us, it's just this entire area is literally gone. And we still have our queen alive, we still got some healers on her, we still got practically most of our siege barrack troops as well as our CC troops coming out now. So you can easily finish out the base, no problem at all. It's really simple. I Yes, of course I have made some mistakes, but those are just things that I have to learn from myself. But for the time being, while I have these attacks being executed correctly, I'd be happy to show you guys what thought process you should have and how you should consider executing it, as well as some precautions you should take before making your warden like lose his ability and then probably just getting a very low percentage. So let's just keep this going. I'll show you guys some more examples. This was a very popular base against the Root Rider meta, and I'm sure you can still find it around in Legend League here and there as well. This one, I think it should be fairly obvious what you should go for with your recall. You like four good options are like these little compartments over here. If you get a wall break on like these middle compartments and any of these compartments, right? Any of these corners that you probably want to go for, you can easily recall value out the entire compartment because your queen can reach over the walls and grab pretty much everything. So that's a very good starting point, and I thought that this was a natural funnel point into the base, so might as well remove this and then be able to like funnel out something over here very very cheaply, just like use a Yeti or something. I don't need to use a siege barracks because honestly the flame flinger value in this corner looks superb. So, and that way it's kind of like a double funnel for this one. I just had to make sure that the baby dragon was there in place to allow my queen and my warden to get over here really really soon. So this is another thing, another time when I was, this is just one more example where I was talking about how the scatter shot can deal splash damage on your queen and then still damage your warden as well. Like you can see, he has lost some health, and that's why we even spared a freeze on this little cluster of defenses over here. Just something to ensure that my warden doesn't lose too much of health, and it's just a precaution I like to take because there have been times where the warden just suddenly loses all his health. I swear he receives no healing, and you have to be careful, and I've ended up losing his ability just like that. So it's very scary. And I think this one was really good because I didn't even have to recall my queen. She just went exactly where I wanted her to. And that funnel, just from the Yeti, it's more than enough. We used one Titan to converge the funnel back over here, and everybody's walking into this base really easily. Yeah, the bowlers will remain compact. It's a very tight jump point, and we can once again save your earthquake boots to open up the back end of the base over here. Prioritize using your eternal tomb first. So just one small thing, I forgot to deploy the Royal Champion. I was just trying to focus on when to pop the Eternal Tome, but Royal Champion should have come down much sooner than when I ended up placing her right now. So you can see I'm just trying to open up the walls a little bit so that these guys can go around the base. It was a little mistimed, but better late than never. So yeah, I'm just trying to explain to you guys. It's just really this simple. There's not much to it. It seems like it's about to die out, but remember, we still have the recall spell as well. Queen is on the town hall. I can pop my hog puppet here. Just recall all of those spawned hogs out of there, save them from the town hall poison, and this base is a done deal. We still have our flame finger troops as well, and it's just a matter of cleanup. Already, just like that. So one way or the other, the bases just fall apart. It is a little spammy, but in the end, if you think about it, all you're doing is providing a very neat funnel for a very nice payload of just extreme force to clear out the core of the base for you. And then usually your heroes have enough power to get through the rest of the base, and you get a 3-star just like that. So let's just move on to some more examples, I guess. We've got an anti-2 style setup next, and we've got a triple threat for our heroes, you could say, in the core. It's like just 2 single infernos and a monolith, but that's fine. We've got a lot of force in the bowler bounces this time, and it's not something slow like super witches or titans. And we're just going to go for the corner over here straight up. The plan I had in mind was to simply get this corner out and then have a flame finger help me out for this little area. And if I had punched my queen into this corner over here, I would have been able to grab the multi-archer tower, but somehow the warden statue ended up targeting my wall breaker. I guess one of my pets died at the wrong time, and I ended up not being able to get that access into that core. So now we're stuck over here where the air defense has taken like 2 of my healers. I'm not even getting the X-bow out. So honestly, the plans are completely foiled now, and I just have to make do. Like, this is my new funnel point, so I had to adapt on the fly. And because I'm obviously not going to be able to get that flame finger down anymore, I have to simply switch to a siege barracks. There is no other option for me, and that's fine. Like, I'll just make do with it. We should be able to easily funnel our bowlers in over here and get a jump to the core. Remember to save your Eternal Tome first and try to save your Earthquake Boots for later. That's all you really have to do on these attacks, and you should be fairly good to go. So we'll just freeze up the monolith because, as I mentioned, try to preserve your Earthquake Boots. And this time we timed the Royal Champion correctly. Like, everybody is moving like a wave through the base very nicely. We've timed our Eternal Tome as well very well to just absorb the Town Hall poison, and just like that we've got the Earthquake Boots to help open up this side of the base. Very soon our bowlers will rush towards there to help our Royal Champion out, and just like that, like, they cross tank for each other. And the Royal Champion, she would have probably died, but now the healers and the bowlers and like literally everybody just went off to help her out. And that's just some small things that earthquake boots can really help you with. It just helps everybody to keep moving as a wave to the base. But what's really important is getting the timing down so that you can actually move through the base like this. And that's why I mentioned that the Royal Champion was correctly deployed this time for a change. And that's it. Despite of making that mistake at the start and only having a total of 3 healers for the Super Bowler Smash, we still managed to get through. All our bowlers are alive. I think I lost one Titan. No, both of them are there. Just one was stuck behind the walls. That's crazy. So you can still make mistakes and you can still punish cores like that. You just have to get the timing right of making everybody move like a wave through the base, and you can easily get your 3 stars. We'll do one more attack for you guys and then we'll call this one a wrap. In this replay, I just want to point out how helpful the Frosty on the Queen and the Lizard on the Warden is, just because of the amount of distraction that they can provide for for your heroes while they do a quick dive into the base. So for this one, it should be fairly simple. It's either this corner or this corner to kind of grab out, just because these are either not too much of value or it's not exactly a corner that you'd want to funnel based on. So you're just looking for a little bit of value while doing this hero dive, right? It's just something as simple as that. Like, look for a little bit of value, just like 1 or 2 major defenses, maybe an enemy hero. Speaking of enemy heroes, look at that. Like, the Royal Champion, she could not even take one shot. That's just crazy. Like, Frozen Arrow, Poison Lizard, and the fact that you have a raged up Warden and Queen, no chance. She literally didn't even take one shot. So that's all we really wanted. Just 1 or 2 major defenses. We managed to conveniently grab the enemy hero. That's great for us. And we just recall out of there. No reason to really wait any longer. You don't have to be very greedy. Just create a funnel point. That's it. Now, no, I noticed that because my queen really, like, she grabbed both of these buildings in this compartment, I don't have to enter from over here. There's not too many buildings left in that compartment for me to consider it as a natural entry point. So might as well just rotate around with the help of the trash that's there to kind of anchor your bowlers to keep moving left on the base. And look at this, it's just a natural jump, and it keeps all the possibilities. It just considers all the possibilities, like whatever troops move into this compartment, whatever troops got like just stayed back to deal with the ice golems over here and then rotate late, and eventually everybody comes into this rage core. Once again, save your earthquake boot for as late as possible. You will notice I had ended up using my tome first, and yeah, this town hall is 1 health. I swear, like, just because this one bowler split out over here, I could not get the town hall down with the earthquake boots, but invis towers are really not a problem with this army. You can usually get it down with some bowler bouncers and the earthquake boots, even though the invis tower ends up triggering. And yeah, just like that, the base is all but gone. Our royal champion was practically not needed because the king managed to open up all the access on the left side. It wasn't even like a little strip that was left for the royal champion. And yeah, just a really strong attack. So I do urge you guys to try this out in some friendly challenges, and definitely consider using this smash attack in your wars, in your CW attacks. It's extremely strong, very easy to pull off, and I'm doing relatively well with it. I'm still making some mistakes here and there, but it is what it is. It's a new army for me as well. I'm still getting used to it, and I hope to give you guys some live attacks in the near future where I can showcase all the attacks that I'm doing and talk over it as well. So yeah, until then, I'll just see you guys in the next one. Peace.